going to be reading comments today, which is something I haven't really done before. But I was thinking, like, what do I have that's unusual on the internet? Like a smart audience. I don't want to. I'm not like social engineering, glazing anything. Like maybe I'm glazing myself, but the people that have accumulated to watch this channel like have really good advice. And like sometimes it's a two-way street. Sometimes I just watch or I read my like channel comments and I'm like, damn. It's not like a comment section where you come to just like be amused. It's like you get existentially slammed. And like not in a it's awesome. It's like not in like a bad way. Like people, I don't know, like you'll see. I get comments that like really make me think. And I think that's good. So, well, this is a thing I got. It's this like vapid self-advice video. This comment about, and a couple other people made it, humanities being like something a GPT model can achieve. Yeah, super wrong about that. I don't know why I even thought that for a moment, but a lot of people pointed it out. And that's one thing I love. It's like I can give some kind of like nuanced take, and people like actually give me like they'll actually give me feedback, and it's not like a shouting match or anything like that. It's like people here like don't get into fights. They're like everyone's just like reasonable and smart. It's hard to become a master of a particular discipline when you grow up with a romanticized idea of what being a genius or prodigy, or the notion that someone is preordained to be better. All people who are considered to being one of these were not going into the world with that in mind. They just found discipline brought them enjoyment. It came out of place of necessity, and they ran with it. And today we're afforded the luxury of being able to choose our passions. Sylvan should really not consider yourself less than or greater than others. Absolutely. Great advice. Everyone has the potential to become great. Do not fall into the pit trap of feigning intellect or skills you do not possess. So many people end up doing that. I feel this only hinders any meaningful development that it should occur. This means by which greatness is achieved, the means by which greatness can be achieved is neither through becoming, oh my God, what is going on with, am I dyslexic? Maybe I haven't like read enough seriously in a long time. This means by which greatness is achieved can either become stifled or blossom depending upon the circumstances or your relationship with yourself internally and those around you externally. Factors outside of your control are always going to be present, and those in power will always give you visions of grandeur and promises of fortune, and will not in turn allow anyone to reach them for fear of losing that same position. Anyway, to whoever reads my ramblings, I hope you have an amazing day. That is like just a societal commentary. Like, oh my God. That's just like a brutally thought-provoking paragraph right there. And it really I don't know, it speaks to what our world is. This comment is awesome, but I'm honestly a little bit worried about talking about that guy because I'd imagine his legal team is quite powerful. Hang in there, this video is too real. You should get off the apps. Absolutely, dude. Every day we inch closer to amusing ourselves to death. That book, like, I read it, and like you listen to hearing the title is basically gives you all you need to hear, but the analysis in it is amazing. Of why this is happening, why this is like what the outcome is of having all these screens and everything around us. The science is also saying like they are really fucking distracting. They can waste a lot of your time very easily. And like you hear amusing ourselves to death, and I think of an apocalypse situation where like everyone is just perma-glued to the screens, but like it doesn't happen overnight. Like the Industrial Revolution took many, many years of improvement on the technology before it exploded into like a industrial slave economy, essentially. Like the same thing with the digital attention economy is like it's gonna get real bad before like you're not really gonna notice it happening because it happens so slowly. So yeah, just beware. Get off the apps. Yes, that is great advice. These things are like industrial attention weapons. And you got to just keep reminding yourself of that. Make life worth living. Yeah, stay hungry. I blame the academic method in teaching for modern times for all our problems. Yeah, Reen's the drone strike engineer. As one of 600 people who've watched all your videos, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that's awesome. Another thing like I've wanted to do is like just talk to my audience more and like kind of like a Q and A, but like I don't know, maybe having questions at the ends of videos that I'd have like a bunch of people answer in the next video. Like I just want to get more people's advice out there on the internet, like real people, cuz content creators like they're a certain type of person. A lot of the times they have like an agenda of making money, but even then like you can kind of be warped by the agenda of making money easily, I think. And um, and you can sometimes coexist with it. That's okay too. But yeah, I don't know. Like I'd just like to hear from ordinary citizens of the world. Um, Setbacks you describe here will really help you on that journey to become a wise old man. I struggle too with the mentality of, oh wow, these classes are so easy. I did this like 100 times already and then barely passing. You know, you're not alone and people won't mind. Not the most ultimate of programmers alive. Yeah, nobody cares now and nobody will later. Have a nice day and keep studying, man. Yeah, that's great advice. Walk through your self-reflection. Yeah, I have a lot of friends who do this too. They kind of put me onto it. It's the same as like meditative stuff. It's like, yeah, just maturing like helps you do everything you want to do. Um, yeah, not having much respect for a YouTuber. You should try to find a problem, something that annoys you or disappoints you that you could fix. That is amazing advice. Yes, thank you. That's like a key. Like that will motivate you like nothing else. I remember the few programming projects that I like really pushed through and I was actually somewhat proud of was moments like that where like they were done all at once. Like I did them in a couple days and yeah, it was just like motivation to solve some problem I had and it got me somewhere. And yeah, I need to get better about recognizing that pattern. That's a very good piece of self-reflective advice too. Next parenting advice video, yeah, it's in the works actually. I'm still sick. The book Kafka on the Shore by Murakami reminds me of these feelings. Intense individuality. That's like just seeing a book recommendation for something like specific and new is like also just like okay, that's just awesome. Okay, if comments bother you, hey, what's up, Speak Machine? I thought that was your name, but I guess it's changed to some completely unpronounceable Norwegian gibberish. This guy has a sci-fi novel out, by the way. You should go buy it. And this guy Linkarzu also has a channel. You should go check out if you're into like Linux stuff. And he's also really good with keyboards. I still have to set up my Glove 80, and I'm going to that guy's channel when I need to figure that out. He's really good at that stuff. Um, First movie is by far the best. Right to the atmospheric computer science facilities. Okay, you want another piece of self-reflective nonsense? I was talking to my mom about this actually, and she was like, "Well, your sister is like really enjoying like partying it up and stuff and living the life," and I like I've done that. I did that initially. I played that strategy and I made like a ton of connections at my school, and like eventually I decided like having 4 or 5 friends is the like optimal thing I prefer. And like I don't know, the party life just did not satiate me. Like I get enjoyment in life out of being like in flow state. Like I just like working as like its highest my highest purpose. I don't know. Like I like just being invested in making a project happen. And so like I guess I'm not pursuing like socializing as much as I was in my first couple years of college. And like yeah, maybe that's why it feels more grim than like that's just my personal perspective, you know. But at the same time, like I don't know, I've just been watching things go for a long time, and like my view of people on TikTok and like stuff is, I don't know, just a lot of the people around me I see are just like on social media, and it's like just it feels like brainwashing. It just feels like a little bit weird, um, and I don't know. It feels kind of grim, um, but that's just like a general societal comment, I guess. But I don't know. There's joy here and there. Your persistence is admirable. Yo, this guy wrote Chocolate Rain. Um, that's the only song I know from him. He went viral back in the day, but I'm shocked to see him here. He's got a background in something. um, Definitely better at humanities than the GPT models. They fall apart when metaphorical references, like the Shin dynasty, regressive ability to Apple's walled garden, offboarding hostile design using Henry Louise Gates, Yoruba trickster literacy stack independently, recursive metaphorical queries needing intuitive understanding to marry the recursions, explodes their energy past their sessions allocator, and also blows through their fixed context windows. This guy is a genius. Oh my god. That's the thing, my comments are always just like fascinating. I also get the feeling sometimes the majority of the things I study at school are just noise and aren't really worth much. But grades, upon my reflection, I think just because of how absurdly predictable it is, without a doubt, the actual information that I could derive if I pay attention is very significant. My mind kind of infers that I've been studying for this while, and much doesn't really come out of it, so the situation might not be much different. Even if it's subconscious, my attitude towards it is less enthusiastic. Yes, dude, that is brutal. Yeah. That's a great way of looking at it. Compulsive school days nowadays is compulsive schooling. Oh, this comment I remember hit me different. This guy knows exactly what's up. Compulsive schooling nowadays is nothing more than a machine to produce a workforce that is subservient and compliant to those in power. Dude, absolutely, this is the case now. You can see it everywhere. There's a type of class of person that like play works almost, and they're like kind of fake-ish jobs. And I know like some grad students too that like you're going into school to teach them, not like, okay, hating on grad students will get me so much hate, but I'm not talking about, I say most grad students are like fine people, they're like great people, but there are some that are like, what are you doing? That's you're just like, you want people to think you're smart, so you're like really projecting what you know, but I don't think it's very much. I don't think you're holding on to a lot of that core information. I don't know. Just my take. The work that you do is to prepare you for work, and that does not really mean much at a company that's only purpose is to fuel the economy and keep power in the hands of the few. The way in which people live now is so gamified, it's hard to glean any purpose behind what people do. Wow, yes. Yeah. The way people live is gamified, absolutely. Yeah. Anyway, great comments. I love reading the comments. It's especially like just dangerous. Like he says, get off the apps. I'm trying to absolutely focus, Max, as much as I can, right? But I don't really use my phone at all, and I have like basically notifications off. That's not really an issue for me. The only issue for me left is like I watch a little bit of YouTube that's like not incredibly productive, and I like talk to tons of people concurrently on Discord, and that's like, I don't know, it's very productive in a certain sense, but in another it's not. So I don't know. Getting off the apps is very real. It's a weird time we live in with all the screens and whatnot, and the fact that you're like getting advice from someone, or not advice, like the fact that you listen to someone's like personal story, and journey like through this little world is cool. Yeah, it's just it's like pretty dystopian sometimes, but like I'm not someone pointed out in another video, I'm not super doomer about it. Like just the state of like AI development and a few people controlling like all the resources in the world, and like a bunch of weird internet phenomena, and the economic squeeze and whatnot, and AI, but like you have to keep going forward. You have to keep carrying humanity's torch through the into the unknown, you know? You have to like say that in the future we'll have a very different kind of government. We'll have, I don't know. It'll be a different existence. We'll make it through as humanity to the post technological explosion world, and it'll be okay. And like, yeah, you just can't get doomer about that. Humanity's like, it just keeps going on. That's just it's it's always gone on. It always will go on. Um, so yeah, just it's like interesting times with all the screens. It's it's weird, definitely. It's easy to like get used to something, get because it's like your environment is it just like kind of consumes your perception completely. It's hard to see out of it, I guess. It's hard to see like what the big picture of things is currently. But I just keep my eye on like how pernicious some of the algorithmic technology is now, and what the tech is capable of. Just because like I don't know, it's easy to look at certain processes, certain companies as like a black box, but it's nice to sometimes just sit there and think like, okay, I've worked at a company before. They've got all this infrastructure, they've got all this planning, they've got someone very meticulous who's like really capable and smart working to make sure this company stays intact. There's a lot of work that goes into that. There's a lot of different like things you have to know. You have to know how to plan like different parts of executing something. You need to command multiple people under you. You need to understand a lot of different things. And you think about like Facebook or something as like I'm lying down. I'm sick of yeah. Um, you think of Facebook or something as like just a black box. It's like, oh yeah, that's the company that just makes that kind of addictive thing. That's not that bad. That's just like that little picture of it. It's a simulation of the original copy. It's simulacra and simulation. It's wearing down a little bit your perception of them into like an easier to digest concept. At least for me. Maybe those of you who like have been looking at these companies for longer, like you're like, wow, that's not a a very crazy observation to make at all. But like you have someone with those skills at the helm of a project like Facebook, like you think the questions, like, is this addictive? Is this like too much? Is this too far to like too much to know about people? Like you kind of think like when they're just that abstract company, like they don't really think about that. They don't have that going on. But they're like just as much of an agent as you are, and they have all these thoughts about all these things. A lot of them are incredibly smart. Obviously, they think about those questions. Obviously, there's like a whole division at Meta that's like studying addictiveness and stuff, and like they can move up and down those numbers. It's like the operation behind the scenes is unimaginably complex and like has its own interests and stuff going on. You have no idea what's out there in terms of like the addictive potential for these things. And like yeah, so when you think about it like that, yeah, I get more careful staring into the screen. That sounds paranoid, but yeah. And same thing with using AI chatbots. Like we know ads are coming in them, but like I don't know. My friend Jake, my Greek roommate Jake, for those of you who are OGs, was telling me like earlier. It was like, oh, just got followed by another AI girlfriend on Instagram. Like, dude, it's happening. This technology is here. Like, the digital world is consuming us slowly but surely, and well, not everyone. Maybe just like being a software engineer makes you have that perspective. Fucking hell. We got a few more years, I think. Or maybe it'll just be a certain chronically online class of people. You never know. And on that confusing note, I'll end this video.